Good evening and welcome to Show Me the Money podcast. And that's week 14 done and dusted at the playoffs soon. How's it going, Craig?
It's playoff time, Johnny. It's time to go. This is when it begins. This is it. The regular season. It's 14 weeks. It's great fun. But let's face it, everyone's playing those 14 weeks to get to this week, So it's time for the business starts now. This is the real business end. Not just for the folk that are through and in the championship playoffs, but the consolation playoffs have got a lot riding on them in here as well. Not least a wee monetary value
Yeah, plus
reward
draft position next year. That's what you're playing for.
And that's it. And more importantly, the number one draft pick, So both sides have got plenty enough to play for. But yeah, there's 8 teams heading into the playoffs. And it's open now, anyone can win, anyone can win it now. It's wide open. We look at it as take the example of my team, which I've sold the river of next year. Next year's gone, it's away. So I'm going all in for it this week. And 2 of the last 3 weeks, I've scored less than 70 points.
Yeah.
Now, if I score less than 70 points this week, I'm going to lose.
Well,
so
maybe
it's wide open. Anyone can win it. But let's have a wee look at let's. And do you know what? The weekend there, I think that's the tightest we've ever had at the end of the season. I mean, we did not know who was going to be in the playoffs.
No.
Going into the Monday night game, the Eagles and Chargers, there was so many players playing in it, and there was so many permutations still to be decided on Monday night properly.
I think it was like 13 points stayed out something like that. Basically, 13 points was it?
Yeah.
And of course, the one loss that probably should have won, if he'd have won, he would have been in.
Is that Graham?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Graham would have been in. Graham would have knocked out Grote if he managed to steal the win. But I mean, the games, I followed the games over the weekend, and they wavered back and forward so much. It was, apart from yourself, obviously, because you were away and gone. But every other game, it went back and forward. They were very, very tight. But yeah, week 14's now in the bag. We have got final tables. And as I say, it was as close as it ever comes. So I think we should do the right thing and start with your division this time, Johnny. We'll go work our way up. So let's start down in west. Is it east or the west? Sure, and I keep forgetting. I can
never bloody remember, to be honest with you. I should be an east in the Giants, man.
Let's start with the west, and let's start with the Madhouse G-Men. Really, the Madhouse G-Men have put their stake for the title firmly in gold this week.
Highest scoring team now.
Points, the highest scoring team of the season. And not only was 131 points the highest scoring, the highest score of this week, it was the highest score by 25 points. And only 2 teams topped 100 points this week. And one of them's in the consolations. So, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good for the Madhouse G-Men. I've got to say 131.94, and poor Michael 75.46, and it knocked him out. It sent him to the consolations. He was desperately trying to grab that 8 seed and see if it can change his luck, because the 1 seed was never any good for him. So I was hoping he was going to get in with that 8 seed and see what happened and see if he could make the run from there. But alas, it'll need to be next year for Le'Veon and a prayer, because 75 points wasn't bad this week, but it's an absolute whipping from your good self, Johnny. I mean, your week off to a great start, didn't it? Thursday night, 30 points, Jahmyr Gibbs. Cheers, Governor.
Well, I got 30 of Gibbs and 3.7 and 5.8 of the other 2. But yeah, 30 points in that PPR is pretty good. Yeah. But like you say, it was par at that point. The biggest one was Putin. As soon as what's his name was out, Putin and Wilson, and getting 26 points inside your lad. And
I mean that's a big call as well, Johnny. I've got to say that's a big call. Lad McConaughey, you drafted him maybe round 4, round 5 at the latest. Probably earlier than probably 4. So to play a guy who you've picked up off agency in the last couple of weeks in front of him was a huge call, and it was obviously, massively right call to make. And Michael Wilson scored to 26 points, and as you say, made a big difference. I mean, Michael they just didn't get going, did they? No one really done awful, but no one done really well.
Yeah, the good game out of Flowers for once.
For him this season with the team, and I mean, Bowers is the best tight end in the NFL at the moment. There's no getting away from it. But he's with a terrible offense at the moment, and he's missed a lot of the season injured, so that's obviously hurt him too. And he also didn't get the Shaheed touchdown points because, of course, it came on special teams. So after putting Shaheed in, he must have got very excited when he seen Shaheed scoring a touchdown until he realised it was special teams. And of course, the Ravens defense.
Yeah, Bruce.
Yeah, it's looking good for you, Johnny. The Madhouse G-Men now rock in the number 2 seed officially, because obviously 9-5 against Matt 10-4. But a high scoring team of the season. So heading into the playoffs on a high, swept the division. And Michael, let's see how he does. He's been in it's time for him to have a go at the consolations. I always feel you should win the consolations before you win the main one anyway. I think that's only fair. So
I've never won the consolations. The best I got to semi-final.
Yeah, but you won the first one, so it doesn't count. you couldn't have won it before you won because you won the first one. But yeah, so you're in, Michael's out, and elsewhere in the division, Eskimo Brothers got a wee bit of a bloody nose on the way to the playoffs. I mean, they were way ahead this whole entire game. I don't quite know how Aaron managed to come back, but sacked in the morning, got 89.66 points to beat Eskimo Brothers. They're 88.14. So, I mean, this was as tight as it comes. It really was, And one more carry for Genty, one more throw from Caleb, and it would have got Sean over the line. But he's not, I can't possibly imagine he's annoyed about it or worried about it. He'd be more worried about the 88 points than he will about losing the game, because of course he's in the playoffs. And Trey McBride, Devin Neal's has been a good pickup for him. He'll be hoping that he plays this week, because it does not look like Kamara's going to be back. So Devin Neal's a good pickup.
I'd be surprised if Kamara gets back in the field this year, to be honest.
Yeah, me too, unfortunately, as we'll see soon. It's very unfortunate. I've not dropped him yet. I wish they'd put him, well, if they put him on IR, he's done. But I've not dropped him yet. I've hung on to him just in case, because you never know. But yeah, I've hung on to him, but yeah, he's not helping me out anymore. But yeah, Brian Thomas is there as well for Sean. Etienne's been going okay, very well. In fact, Genty's will do okay. He gets the touches. He's just not been able to do anything with it because the line's so bad. Mm-hmm. He's got Sutton there. Myers seems to be the number 1 target in Jacksonville now, and that kind of, I mean, he started Myers over Thomas. How big a call was that? That was a big call, wasn't it?
Well, see, he's got DJ Moore on his bench. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I came the highest scoring team out of all this charity thing, this one, and when I signed DJ Moore shirt.
You want to sign DJ Moore shirt, did you?
So I didn't even realise it was a shirt up for grabs to the highest score of my night. I think it was like 2,000.
Oh, well, there you go.
I know.
I'll put my stick in the toilet. I'd write and ask it. I'd write and ask if you can get it in the Panthers, not the Bears, but that's just me.
No. But I did say DJ Moore, but I'm guessing it's probably the Bears and not the Panthers. Okay, I can stick it in the toilet.
Sure. Exactly.
Sorry, Chris.
Cheap toilet paper. But yeah, it's DJ Moore on his. I can't imagine he'll be starting DJ Moore. It's even with because Rome was out this week and DJ Moore got minus points. But yeah, Sean's heading into the playoffs, and he's in between type team. Sean's Eskimo Brothers, 1 year they'll be in, 1 year they'll be out. They're very much in this year and got a good chance. Aaron's shown a wee bit of form now, going into the consolations. He'll be looking to nail that number 1 spot. And Jackson finally bounced back for him. I mean, he's been so let down by Lamar Jackson this year, it's untrue. But he's bounced back. And, DK Metcalf finally got a half decent week. And Judy seems to be doing better with Shedeur at quarterback. So
I think most of that was one catch. It was like a 50-yard touchdown.
He had a big one,
yards and a big touchdown.
But it's the second week. I think, is that not the second week in a row? Judy's done fine with. Is that not the second week in a row he's done fine with?
No, he got 2.6 last week.
How many?
2.6.
Oh, so he did. Oh, I thought he'd done better than that. But anyway, he's got him there anyway, and he's got to play him because of who else is there. You know, he's got to play him. So he'll be hoping that Judy can have more weeks like this one. And with Shedeur, surely the more games he plays, he can only get better. You know,
definitely.
But it's the consolations for Aaron. He's off to Losersville, and he'll be after the number 1 seed, I'm sure, to go along with the round 4 pick that he got off Graham for Brees Hall.
True.
So yeah, that was it. So that's the West. So the West Division is now sitting with it being finished. Madhouse G-Men top it at 9-5. Eskimo Brothers with that loss here, 2 losses in a row, which will worry Sean heading into playoffs, is sitting at 8-6. Le'Veon and a prayer just missing out with 7-7. So he had the record, they just didn't have the points for. And sacked in the morning, 2 wins in a row to finish the season. He gets 5-9. 5-9's not bad for your first season, I guess. So well done, Aaron, for your first season. So on to the East now. And this one, we have Team There Knights up against Coping Badley Jets. Team There Knights, 87.8. Coping Badley Jets, 85.16. And that's what cost Mark his spot in the playoffs, unfortunately for him. He's finished right on the bubble in spot 9. He missed out by not many points. We'll see that in a minute. But yeah, this, again, Mark was favourite for a lot of this, and Grote was sweating. Grote had his sweat on. But, Bijan, with just 7.4 points, has let him down quite a bit this week. And I mean, T. Higgins kept coming on when he was clearly concussed.
He was buggered,
He got him 21 points, but I get the feeling he'll not be seeing him again. Certainly not this week, so that could be a problem for Mark. But yeah, I mean, Johnston, Chud just done nothing for him. Travis, Kelsey having a real bad game late on as well. And that's where he's lost it, really. That's where Mark's lost it, because was Kelsey not the later game? They were late Sunday night.
Yeah, I think they were, They were, against Chargers.
Yeah, he would have been heading into that game against the Texans.
No, he played the Chargers.
Who did?
The Chiefs. Oh, are you talking
about the Chiefs? The Chiefs played Houston.
No, they played the Chargers. They lost to Houston the week before.
Hang on. No, week 14 they lost to Houston.
They're playing the Chargers this week.
The Chargers is Philadelphia. Yeah, but so he's heading in, and Joe still had obviously he had Mahomes playing, and he still had Goddard to come on Monday night, and indeed Brown to come on Monday night. But it was looking good for Mark heading into this game. And if Kelsey could have just got a couple more points, because obviously Mahomes had a nightmare 3.3, and it could have been all the better. But heading into Monday night, Joe needed 17 points, and he got 17.8. Well, he needed maybe 15 points from both Goddard and Brown, and he got them. He got there just. But it was squeaky bum time stuff, this, and no wonder Mark's comment on Monday morning was Tuesday morning was I hate football, because he's been done up like a kipper. But this is what happens when Mark plays the game funny. He plays it in his own way. It's a very unique way Mark plays the game, and he does really well sometimes. But unfortunately, evening Chris, how are you? But unfortunately, it goes awry a lot of the time as well, and it's. Always there or thereabouts. He was there or thereabouts again. But unfortunately for Mark this year, it's abouts. But Joe heads into the playoffs now, and he's very strong. 9-5 record, number 3 seed. looking, he's got Swift that's doing good, Cook's doing good things. Mahomes, well, it's all a bust now for Mahomes, isn't it? They've got to win out.
Yeah, they do, because they can't win the division anymore. So
when his back's against the wall, that's when Mahomes. There's Joe. Here he is. There's Joe just on now. Hello, Joe. We're just talking about your team.
You only won because you picked up the Vikings D as the 49ers were on a bye.
Yeah, well, there you go. And it's on, of course, yeah, the Vikings D 20 points. And it was in the 49ers were on their bye week, yeah. And he played them over, the Bears D was there as well. You played the Vikings D over your Bears D, Joe. I don't know. That smells of sabotage of my own team to me. I mean, I don't think I could have done that. I don't think I would be happy with that. But anyway, he got his win. And the 49ers defense for this week, they've got a great game against the Titans at home. So that's got to be a good thing. But heading into the playoffs, good team, needs AJ Brown to keep going. But their backs are against the wall as well now. They need to start winning Philadelphia, so if they
they're 2 games up in the division, so.
Yeah, they are, but they've got it's more than that for them, though, is it not? It's they really be looking for the bye, or at least some home games, and they're slipping. They lost to the Chargers. The fans aren't happy. You can clearly see that there's a bit of unrest there. So I would think that they're wanting to finish off strongly and make a good run into playoffs. So that bodes well for Brown and for Goddard. And glad I'm not facing them in week 1, that's for sure.
I just saw somewhere AJ Brown's topped 100 yards in the last 3 games and they've lost all 3. They just stop throwing on the ball, they might win.
But maybe that's it. When the AJ Brown goes well, the Eagles don't. But yeah, so
he's not kidding.
Flying Eagles 41.20 against Batman's Boobies 73.84. This is another one. I mean, he was favourite the whole week. The whole week, Graham was favourite, and he starts Flying Eagles. They were favourite, and you're getting minus 0.6 on Monday night from your quarterback. If that's not heartbreaking, I don't know what is. And Barkley done him okay at 18, but it wasn't enough, and he fell to what quite a few people have done this year, fell to Batman's Boobies. 5 wins, Ray's managed to nick on it, and that cost Graham his spot in the playoffs because he had the points for. So if he did win the game and got to 7-7, he would be in the playoffs now. He didn't, so he's off to the consolations, and he is joining. Joining the Boobies and the consolations, and to be fair to Ray, his team scored between 70 and 80 points pretty much every week this season. It's been nothing if not consistent. So he'll take that consistency.
He's going to need to pick up a quarterback. I'm pretty sure Geno Smith might not be playing this week. At least he'll get McCaffrey back.
Geno's absolutely. He's got McCaffrey back, but he'll need to pick up a quarterback if he's wanting to make a run at the first pick. And he'll need to, because if he doesn't pick up a quarterback, he's got no chance. You've got Puka, you've got CMC, and you've got absolutely nothing else there.
Oh, whereas Wilson might be starting because Jacobs misses second practice.
Yeah, even at that. Well, yeah, if Wilson is...
He did well when he came in.
If Jacobs is out, but we are playing Denver. The Packers have got Denver this week in Denver, so I see that being a low-scoring affair. But Wilson, if Jacobs is out, Wilson will definitely help him greatly. For Graham, he's got, Hearts, what a disappointment. All season, really, eh?
Yeah. You're Doug.
Evening, chat.
Hey, Doug.
Bless.
What like?
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Oh, living the dream. Living the dream. Supermarket's about to go mental for produce, so tomorrow is major
all busy, is it?
8 pegs for the Christmas veg.
Yeah, because hotels are quiet at Christmas.
No wonder.
Oh, I get that.
Anyway, where are we?
Where are we? Oh, we've got rid of the donkey division, so mine's just done.
But we went through the rest. So we've given Johnny we've heaped all the praise on Johnny and made him favourite for the playoffs after his 131-point week. And we're just going through the East at the moment. So we've already done the other games. We're just looking at
my matchups this week. I'm not the players I'm playing against. I'm not favourite to win this thing. You are.
Well, we'll see. We'll see when we get
there.
Yeah,
I know. Favourite, but we'll get to that.
We're looking at Tartan Bears against Farts Flying Eagles, which, but we're just saying how disappointed Graham must be, because if he got the win, he would have been in. And you're getting minus 0.6 for your quarterback on Monday night. Is that not just the harshest thing ever? Winning, you're in. And he was favourite the whole entire week. And then, I mean, where do you stand with Jalen Hurts? Is this an anomaly season, or is this actually we're seeing what Jalen Hurts really is? Is this Carson Wentz all over again?
Well, I've read quite a bit of stuff in the last year or two that Hurts, like, he's not actually that great a quarterback, and it's always scheme and tush push and blah blah blah. I really rate the Eagles, but having said that, it does start to look like we're going through what happened 2 years ago. And I don't get why he doesn't pass it more, but maybe he doesn't pass it more for a reason.
He doesn't pass it more because he's not very good at passing the ball.
Because he's maybe not quite good enough at that. And it's starting to come a bit unstuck. I mean, Graham must be... There's a couple of people that must be pretty sick with what happened in week 14, and Graham definitely one of them. I mean, beat Ray and he's in. And Ray did as usual. He was a couple of points short of his normal because McCaffrey was out, but he just did his usual, and Graham couldn't do it.
It fell apart. Fell at the last hurdle. The lad we done Mark's the last. We've just finished with Mark's game, so Mark got it suitably tight as well for cost him it. And Mark lost by 2 points, so he lost the game by 2 points.
Yeah, he's lost the game by 2 points, and then he's lost out in the playoffs by whatever 7 or 8 points. I mean, he's a double
12 points or something. Yeah, it's pretty mental.
Yeah, I mean, it probably won't get any closer than that for anyone. The one thing I'll say about Sleeper, because before with NFL.com, we were never sure what the tiebreaker was. We could never really work it out. At least now we can see exactly what's what.
But even then, we were also scratching our bloody heads, and I'm like, they need to win by 30 points more, and nobody flipping. It was just, it's fun. Not just because I won.
I mean, it was. I said it at the start. Doug. I mean, I said this is probably the closest we've ever had. The week 14, the playoff spots. Going into the Monday night game, with the Monday night game having so many players involved, with it being Eagles and the Chargers, who have got a lot of players, and fantasy, it's as close as it's ever been. I think it's as close as it's ever been, and I mean, it must have went right down for Mark. It must have went right down the last couple of minutes of the last game, with it being 2 point difference.
It's a bit of a shame, obviously, that that's happening at 3 a.m. and hardly anyone's actually following it live. But that is what it is. That's it. But it would have been right down to the wire, which is crazy.
Well, it was right down to the very last, and it's like, I mean, when was it? If you go back to Mark against Joe, Johnny, if we go back to Mark against Joe and you look at that, so Joe won by 2.7 points, so nearly 3 points, right? But when was the last catch that Brown got? When did he take the lead? When did he take the lead in that game? Because Mark was finished before the game started, but Joe still had Brown and Goddard. So obviously Mark was ahead and Joe's caught him in the last game. But at what point was the last, when did he pass him? It would have been late on in the game before he got past him, I would imagine.
Well, the game went to overtime, didn't it?
There you go.
It went to,
third and fourth in overtime, you got a 24-yard pass from Jalen Hurts.
Who did?
A.J. Brown. What's it? Is that the beginning?
He got it.
What the fuck am I? Oh, it's in the top plays, not all of them. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, but it would have been. See, at the end of regulation.
Oh, there you go. Goddard got a 16-yard catch in overtime and a 3-yard catch. So that's 18 points. 1.8 points. So there you go.
So literally,
he got a 6-yarder as well. Goddard.
Week 14.
And a 3-yarder. Goddard caught about 4.
Yeah, he got a 6, a 3, and
4 passes.
Yeah, he didn't have that much before. There you go. So overtime did
finished. Mark was in the playoffs, but alas, there's overtime. If we played to soccer rules, Mark would be in the playoffs. That's where we can leave it. We can safely say that if we played soccer rules, Mark would be in the playoffs, but we don't. So he's not. So yes, that ended. That left the East. That left Tartan Bears at the top of the East at 9-5 on a 3-game win streak. Copen Padley Jets on 7-7 and lost out 1-1-4-2 was his points for 1-1-5-3. So he lost out by 11 points and to Chris to get in 7-7. But he'll be the favourite for the consolations. Farts Flying Eagles then at 6-8 after losing his last 3 in a row, Graham. That must be disappointing to get swept by your division and lose out in the playoffs. And then, of course, Batman's boobies down here at the bottom. But 5-9, 5 wins, so not terrible.
Thing is, it was that close. If Graham had managed to win, and it hadn't been overtime, Copen Badley and Farts would have been ahead of Bluetoon and Groty.
Yeah, so the two of them, there would be 3 teams from the East in the playoffs. Instead, there's 1.
Yeah, mental. That is.
So how close it's been. So on to the South now, and we'll go and we'll look at the Duffy game first, the one that didn't matter. Boys are back in town, trying to get a little bit of form heading into the playoffs, and they did. 105 points.
Well, 40 points for Allen.
94 points for Allen's not bad. This week was a very good score. There was only 2 teams over 100 this week, as I've said. And but yeah, Ross gets the win, and Josh Allen 40 points. Tyrod Taylor minus 1.76. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you win a game in fantasy.
It's mental.
Yeah, no, totally. It's the Josh Allen show, and it will be for him in the consolation as well.
He must have fancied a chance to. He had 22 points for the kicker on Thursday night.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Allen was looking quite tidy. As I say, losing Taylor to injury is an absolute scunner for him, minus 1.76. You're never going to win a game with minus points for your quarterback. I don't care who you are. It's just minus points for quarterbacks. I mean, he's lost the quarterback battle by 43 points. That could be the biggest positional differential in Show Me the Money history, for 1 week.
Probably is.
And it's so yeah. I mean, Ross will head in with a bit of confidence. Gainwell's getting more and more touches in Pittsburgh. Nico Collins, Stroud's looking quite good. Hawkinson's getting some touches again. I mean, the team's not too bad. He'll have Harrison hopefully coming back off injury. Stevenson coming back off a bye week. So yeah, I mean, Ross, for the fact that he drafted 4 quarterbacks, he's actually looking not too bad. And Allen as well, minus points your quarterback, still getting 94. It's a good week. And his running backs, Harvey and Marks, have got their backfields now. It's all theirs. No competition either, really.
Yeah. And they've got GSN.
Allen would have been a threat in the main dance.
He would have been.
With that roster.
I can't disagree, absolutely. Because even Jaden Higgins is coming on to a game where CJ Stroud getting better, Higgins is coming on to a game. He scored. He didn't. So this was the first week he hadn't scored a touchdown in like 6 or 7.
It was a hard defensive play though.
He's got a high scoring kicker in the league this year as well. I would imagine Aubrey's scored a lot of points a lot of times. Gadsden's going to have better weeks. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty decent squad that's heading into the consolations. for Kirkwall Raiders. But consolations it is, and not only is it end of the consolations. Sorry if you're watching, Alan, but it's 4-10. At 4-10, it's the worst record of the season. Even Aaron got past you in the final week. So it's the lowly number 16th seed for Mr. Sim this year, and but the squad looks decent enough to challenge in the consoles.
Definitely.
And then the big one. So that's the big game of the week. It was we thought it was winning you're in, losing you're out. But with the way the other results went, the Bluetoon Patriots 74.06 points, despite losing to Straight Outta Hampton with 88 points, it was enough to see him in through the back door. He got the final spot, position 8. And Graham, of course, won the division. And yeah, I don't want to face him in the. Actually, with when Sean put up his poll, I voted for Graham, and I voted for Graham because I just think this is his year. After all the abuse that Dougie gave him weeks 1 through 5, I just feel that you've scunnered my chances, Doug, because you've given it to Graham.
He's in your happy the draw as well, as you know.
He's in your happy the draw. Yeah, they both are. I mean, I was all for Grote winning this year, right? Absolutely all for Grote winning, but it would amuse me if Graham won it as well, because that would needle you. That would probably be the biggest needle to use if Graham wins it. So, yeah, go on, Graham. You're no longer the bunny.
You winning it would have been worse, but yeah, if Graham goes on and wins it now, I'm not going to lie, that's going to hurt. And I'm not being funny, right? See, if I play Graham, and here's the thing, I don't know if I said this last week or not, but I've said it to Graham. But here is the thing, right? And I mean this wholeheartedly. See, if I play Graham in the semi-final, and Jordan Love comes out and scores a 40-point week to beat me, I quit.
You looked good last week in the snow.
I'm not quitting fantasy. I'm quitting NFL. I am quitting sport. I am going to, I don't know, pick daisies or something. I'm going to have I am done with sport in its whole entirety if Jordan Love beats me in the semi-final.
But he's at Soldier Field. So,
yes. And see when they were at us, they get 24 points, which would have been enough to beat me this week.
Yeah. I mean, if Jordan Love takes you down and it's a
that'd be roster,
funny. I would find that mildly amusing. I'm not going to lie. I would maybe bring it up. Maybe. Oh God!
I'm not being funny.
This is a problem for you. Your path is littered with problems here.
You have a brutal half, like. Should have got number 2. If
Jordan beats me, it's your fault. It's your fault. Because you're the one that keeps going on. Oh. I dropped them because of your nonsense.
Well, you've got Joe Burrow now. You've got Bo Nix. They're both better than Love. So you've got rid of your quarterback 3. I get that. Listen, Craig, all I'll say is, you know me, I went out of my way to get Mahomes for the fantasy playoffs, and it screwed me up. Joe Burrow could do the same to you. It happens.
I didn't even think of it that way. Oh, that's harsh. Oh, that is harsh to throw that in my face, man. That's nonsense. Because that was your defensive. That was your attempt at defending, wasn't it? As well that you done that.
I did it twice.
I'm sure that was the year after you won it that you went and you traded for Mahomes and Kelsey and that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be a bugger. But Johnny was just saying earlier that Jacobs has missed a couple of
2 days in a row.
A couple of training sessions. I've been really busy this week.
I think he's been doing that though for a wee while. I don't sense he's about to miss time, but
it would certainly hurt Graham massively if he was to miss time because but he's got Hampton back and Hampton looked really good on Monday night. I thought, let's not forget that's the Eagles defense they were playing against. That wasn't a gimme game to come back into, and he looked great.
Yeah, you've got the Chiefs this week. You didn't really run on the Chiefs, do you?
Yeah, but he did a lot of damage catching the ball. He gets the dump off passes.
That's true. That's a good point.
Because his touchdown was a reception.
I think that.
Aye, but I tell you, Graham's got to me, Graham's got a selection problem because he's got Blake Corum, who's come into production and form. He's got Morning Guy, who's had a bit of production and form. He's got his established star in Breece Hall, but what do you do with Breece Hall? Because one minute he's decent, the next minute he's not. And they're playing the Jags. The Jags D's been pretty damn good this year. So if you're Graham, who are you actually starting?
Traded for Breece Hall as well, by the way, so it'll be even harder to drop him, the fact that he traded for him and he gave away capital for him. But yeah, I could not agree with you more there.
You look at Blake Corum the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks, he's got 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's getting plenty of touches, and they're at home to Detroit. Detroit aren't a gimme, but they're at home and they run the ball. I would not be playing him over Breece Hall, I think.
The over-under's 55.5 points for that game. There's going to be points in that game. And
yeah,
Corum's been doing that, not to the detriment of Williams. Williams has been doing well too. So it's not even like, he's been doing it because Williams has had a wee knock and he's been getting touches. He's doing it with the two of them are doing it. So yeah, it's a massive headache, Graham Scott. To think that this team is 1-5, not just there as well. Do you play Love? Let's not forget, Love has got Denver and then Chicago. Are you playing him over Dart?
Yeah, but
who is it?
Dart's got Washington this week, and then he's got Minnesota the week after.
I mean, you can't not play him against. You could not play him against Minnesota easily, but you can't not play Dart against Washington. That Washington defense is stinking.
Graham's got. I mean, it's better to have decisions, I guess, than not. But yeah, you can get them wrong.
I've got to say, I didn't think we would be sitting here talking about Graham having start-sit decisions for the championship playoffs after week 5, and he was sitting 1-4. But there we go. 100%. Congratulations. Yeah. So that leaves the South finished up. As we know, Graham and Chrissy's game was winning you're in, losing you're out. So Graham got the win and he topped the division. But the Bluetown Patriots snuck in. 8th seed. They're playing me this week, which we'll see very soon. And 7-7 was enough for Chris. Boys are back in town then at 5-9, and poor Alan.
High scoring team in the division.
There. He's Kirkwall Raiders 4-10, 16th seed, and on to next year. So finally the North, the last week of the North. And
let's go then, Dougie.
My attempt to sweep the division fell on its ass because my team just decided not to show up this week. And Show Me the Packers lost 69.98 to the Factory of Sadness's 73.84. And again, I was heavy favourite the whole weekend. I was favourite. Taylor and Warren then lost a quarterback, and it all went to pot a little bit. You know, CD got me 12 points on Thursday night. Wasn't the best, wasn't awful. But yeah, Knight, who I got off you in a trade, Johnny, he's not done it yet. He's just not. And of course, I started Bo Nix over Joe Burrow because Joe Burrow was playing in a snow game, and I thought, I'll go with Nix. At least his isn't, might be cold, but at least it's not going to be. Oh no, it's not cold. It's in Vegas, but it's not going to be snow game. So I went with Bo Nix, and that cost me it. And I mean, Sean got the win, so you'll be delighted to get the win. Of course, you're always delighted to get the win. But he might be a wee bit worried about his, 73 points, and Derrick Henry just not. Do you know Derrick Henry's had over 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns this year?
Yeah,
I know, it's nuts.
He started off well. That's the thing.
I can't remember the last time he had a really good game. But there you go.
He's a 10th scoring running back.
He's only the third running back to have 7 seasons of 1,000 yards and over 10 more than 1,000 yards and more than 10 touchdowns.
And you're not going to point the fact that Sean beat you when he must have picked up a defence and left him on the bench.
Well, you see, he didn't. he done that. He didn't play the Eagles because it was very. He didn't want to get minus. Well, I'm guessing, I haven't spoken to him about it, but he had them in. He had them in on Sunday night, and then he took them out. And he would have taken them out because he already had the game won. So if they'd have went -6, he would have lost it. So why take the risk? Absolutely the right move to do, and he got his win. You know, now the thing that will be worrying Sean is what's worrying me with my quarterback is that Cincinnati losing to Buffalo pretty much puts pay to. I mean, I know they can still get in, but they need a lot to happen, and it worries me that they're going to not be giving it the old Sunday best, you know, for Chase Brown and Jamar Chase, and indeed for me for Joe Burrow. But yeah, that must be a wee bit of a worry for Sean and Pittman as well. Obviously, Pittman's. We haven't brought it up yet, Doug. We haven't brought it up, the fact that there's a quarterback starting in the NFL this week who's 44 years old and not seen a field in 5 years.
Is he starting? Or could Bridal Leonard be practicing again?
Oh, he's going to be starting. They wouldn't bring him in if he's not going to start. What's the point in bringing him in not to play him?
They've got to be confident in their own line because he legitimately could get hurt.
They picked up another QB as well during the week.
Brett ripping farts.
His timing surely has to be off.
Just
dump it to McConkey, Audie. Oh no, no.
It's not even his timing.
Just drop it. Just give it to Taylor. Let go for it.
When he lost it, when he last played 5 years ago, he couldn't throw a bomb down the field. He didn't have the arm anymore. Yeah. That was 5 years ago, and he was training properly. So anyway, it'll be exciting. I'm quite excited to see what happens, I've got to say, and I'm actually quite gutted that it's Monday night because I'd like to see it, and of course I won't see it Monday night.
They're playing that Seattle defense. I mean, that line is ferocious.
He's going to get murdered. He might not make it first quarter.
And then, pleasingly, or he might be too late, but then we've got them the following week. Who knows if he survives 1 week? But
151. Over 151.5 yards is his line for his passing. I think it's the lowest line I've ever seen for a quarterback, and I'm still all over the unders because I think if he throws for 100 yards, I'll be surprised. But that's a problem for Sean as well, obviously, with Pittman sitting there. But he's got plenty on the bench. He's getting Evans back. He's got Harold Fannin sitting down there, who is exceedingly playable. But he can only play him over Johnson if he wants to. 3 defense, and obviously he needs to get rid of Daniel Jones. I'm sure he's done that already this week. But, Prescott is quarterback. I'd be quite happy with Prescott as my quarterback at the moment because they're still not totally dead either. So they'll be playing out. And yeah, it was a great win for Sean. It gives him that wee boost going into the playoffs as well, getting that win there. But it wasn't enough to cop the division or anything. And then we have, and Baxter We Trust, trying to absolutely kibosh his favourite for the title, Varsity Blues Changed My Life, like a spanking, 94-86 to 55-08. Talk us through it, Douglas.
Well, ultimately, I scored enough points to make the playoffs in the end. I was 1 win short, and I've thought to myself, because I've never been in this, obviously I've been chasing my tail the whole way, and I look at it and think, oh, that was just 1 win. I've screwed up here. I folded too early. But when I go back through it, I either won convincingly or I got whooped. I don't think there's been any week where, when I've got whooped, that my team's really would have mattered. And, conceded 127 points and whatever. So it's just been unfortunate. I think every week I've by and large picked the right team, which has gone well. I've picked up players in agency fairly well with what I've been scrapping with. It is what it is. I mean, they've all performed, but not this week. Last week, everyone in the team got a touchdown.
You will last week.
100 points or something.
So everyone's kind of contributed.
At least there's no sob stories there for you, though. At least there's no what.
There's none.
no Scotland moments, you know. You've either won by miles or you've lost by miles. So there's no kind of, oh, if I'd just done that.
But even like because I traded in Booker to Grote, and I did it right at the right time because he fell off a cliff after. I think he's had one good week since. And I've brought in Christian Watson, and I mean, I'd far rather have Watson in my team right now than in Booker.
Yeah, me too. And it's you've got
probably just about
Pollard down there on the bench as well. What game he had this week?
He's frustrated me the whole second season because I thought he was a decent pick. He's ended up by sheer accumulation. He's 25th in the scoring, which is a surprise because he had one good week last week. Every other week he's got volume, but he's done nothing with it.
Yeah, so but he'll get about 90 yards of 26 touches or something like that.
A wee bit. He's been getting 5, 6, 7 points regularly, which is it's not enough. Doesn't do it for you. Anyway, he burst out 28, so I'm maybe going to have to play him. In fact, I am going to have to play him because it's him or Vidal, and with Hampton back, I don't really know if I want to risk Vidal. He still got plenty of touches last week, but
he's still got a hot hand there, Doug. For me, if I'm you, I'm quite happy that Vidal still got the touches with Hampton back. I don't see that going away. I really don't, because because he's doing well with them.
I don't. If I'm being honest, I don't actually really know who to pick in my team this week. I've got loads of average options, and I don't know which average option to take. Do I take Booty or Coker, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, Ted McMillan? I've got lots of similar receivers. I've just got to pick 3 of them.
Yeah,
anyway, it's my problem. It's the consolation, you know. And I'm playing Aaron.
Well, you only need to pick 2 of them. Aaron's on a 2-game win streak now, mine. But yeah, what's happened to Grote's team here? What's happening to it? I mean, it looks so freaking strong.
It's the manager. It's the Grote's just Grote his team. He's got 3 Tampa Bay players. They're not exactly firing all cylinders. So
Bucky's just back very reliant.
He's very reliant on Tampa. He needs Drake London back.
He's out again this week.
He's out, right? So that's actually a problem for me because I've got loads of other places. But anyway, that is what it is. So he's got Tampa 3 players on a short week. I'm not actually giving him much hope here.
His players have just fallen off a cliff, to be fair. They all have, Judkins looked really good at the start. He's not doing much anymore. Ibuka, like you say, Olavi's not been doing a whole lot. He's been doing okay, but not great. Jalen Warren's lost a lot of touches to Gainwell, and he's lost London to injury. And all of a sudden, it kind of, I'd love to be playing Grote this week. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
Daniel's about the game.
So with that, you're playing him, Johnny, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know what the thing is? You can't win the lottery if you don't have a ticket, and Grote's got a ticket.
100%.
And that's, so as I say, it's wide open. Anyone can win it now. Absolutely anyone can win it. Any rate that have made it can win any given week. So he's in the playoffs, and it's all very. I've been very much negative Nelly about his team, and blah blah, and that's not fair because he's put the team together, and it was when he put it together, it was a great team he put together. They just ran out of form a little bit, but that doesn't mean the form can't come back. And Bucky's back now, playing fully fit. So yeah, I mean, anything can happen, and he's got every chance this week of coming out with something. So yeah, that was the North, and so the North ended up showing the Packers at the top, 10-4, the defending champions, defend their divisional title, 2 in a row now for the division, and number 1 seed, of course. Then the Factory of Sadness following them in second place at 9-5. Good win in their final week for Sean to get there and making the playoffs in the 5th seed. First, the Blues changed my life. Then crawling in number 7 seed there at 7-7, lost 4 in a row. I mean, he done his best to chuck it away, but he's crawled in through the skin of his teeth. And then in backs that we trust, great finish. 6 and 8, like you say, one win away. But
it's the strongest. It's the strongest division in Show Me the Money by I think comfortably so. I know you and I are biased, Craig, but it's proven to be the case again this year. Put me in another division and I'm in the playoffs.
I mean, it's certainly got the most titles. It's got the most titles, and the division has the most titles, and it has been the best division the last couple of years. There's no getting away from it. That cannot be denied. The others have to catch up. But yes, it was a good win, and of course, topping that most difficult division 2 years in a row is something to be proud of as well. So that was week 14. That was the end of the season, and that's the final standings for the 2025 Show Me the Money regular season. We are now off into the playoffs, and in round 1, let's go and have a look at round 1, game 1, which in my screen is me, or on your screen it's me as well, Johnny. So let's go and look at that one. So we'll get Show Me the Money playing against the Blue Toon Patriots in the first of the quarterfinals. Chris and myself. And yeah, well, I mean, it's got me the 64% favourite at the moment, but we all know what projections mean. It's they don't mean a whole lot. My team kind of picks itself. If I can have Achan back and I can have CD Lamb back, then it pretty much picks itself. I guess I've got a choice to.
Well, yeah, what do you do with Achan? Because he's practicing non-contact. But do you think they'll just go easy on him, or do they just, it's the NFL, they just the hell these reps and they go for it?
It's the NFL and they're 6-7, and Daniels has been taking an absolute beating all season. If he can get that team into the playoffs after the crap that he's been given at the start of this season, it'll guarantee him he'll get another contract and everything. It won't just guarantee his job for next year. We'll give him a new contract and everything. So yeah, if he's fit, he plays. I think if he can go, he'll be going. And certainly if he starts, I'm playing him. And I get that Wright came in and done okay, and I get that Gordon's there and done okay. But if Achan plays, I'm starting him. There's no ifs, no buts, no maybes. My big question is my flex spot. For me, I think do I play Jennings or do I play Bam Knight?
No,
I've also got
to play Jennings.
I also gave myself a headache.
Houston.
Oh, so yes, that's right. Yeah, so that's why Jennings is in at the moment. So yeah, Tyler Warren or Mike Gesicki is my big question now. I brought Gesicki in because obviously the nonsense that's going on at the Colts, but I've not made the decision to play him over Warren yet because I can see Warren getting a lot of wee funky dump offs and stuff like that. And
the thing with
do you know he's the backup quarterback if it all goes PT Tong and he didn't have one.
But the only thing I'll put in your head is touchdowns. It's not PPR here. Touchdowns are everything. Gesicki to get a touchdown.
Gesicki always does better when either Higgins or Chase are out.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
So if Higgins is out, you got to play him. You got to play him.
Higgins has to be out. Does he not?
Oh, you'd have thought so after that. I nearly traded for him in another league, and I remembered about the two guys like that. I've got.
He's got to be out. He's got to be out. Can't
Craig, I don't think it'll matter, Craig, because I think you'll win anyway. I think your roster is strong there and in a good place. But I'm favourite. I think Gesicki touchdown.
I've got, but I'm favourite. There's no getting away from it. But this is playoff football and can happen. And those big 3 question marks, Achan, Adams, and Lamb, that's 3 pretty big question marks. Even one of them doesn't play, it changes the whole entire concept of the game. It really does.
With Burrow.
The one weak point of Seattle's defense are those tight ends. So
yes, that's the other thing as well. It's their big weakness. It's a big Seattle weakness. It's tight ends.
Even Pez says that, and he's a Seattle fan.
No,
why Warren's still sitting there? But I'll make that decision over the weekend.
In general, the Seahawks not about to pump them.
Oh, they will. They might get garbage time points.
Oh, I don't know. Rivers.
I mean, I'm very much favourite, but Chrissy's team, if you look down Chrissy's team, you know, Goff got a shootout against the LA Rams. You know, that's over 55.5 points is the spread. So you got to think Goff's going to be scoring points. Travion Henderson's back, and he's playing against a Buffalo defence that isn't great against the run. He's got Kyron Williams there, who's again in that shootout against Goff. Jefferson needs to do something pretty soon.
Jefferson's
you know, he's
done
got
nothing for weeks. Nothing.
Williams in that shootout game as well. You know, he's got Loveland to get up against Cleveland's difficult. Jordan Mason's playing Dallas, you know. So I mean he's got options on the bench. He's got Godwin on the bench, he's got Pearsall on the bench if he wants to. You know, they're going to have a game before the end of the season. Those two will both have a decent game.
You'll win by 20. You're fine, honestly.
So there is decisions to be made by Chris, and it's don't listen to them, Chris. This game's closer than they're making it out to be.
No, you'll win by 20. I can't.
We'll see how it goes next week, and then so that's it. The top half of the bracket. The second game in the top half of the bracket, we've got this is a big one as well.
This is going to be a cracking game. This one. This is game of the week.
Yeah, game of I would agree with you, Johnny, 100%. Straight out of Hampton up against the Factory of Sadness. You know, it's unfortunate these two teams have fallen in my half of the draw as well. I would rather have the other two, you know. But yeah, decisions to be made. We've already, you know, we've touched on Graham's decisions to be made. You know, Monongai's another one. He's very playable.
I'd be playing Coram over Breece Hall.
I think I would play Coram over Breece Hall this week because that's again. I just think that Rams Lions game could be like 70-80 points in it, and if there is, then
you could even play him above Jacobs against that Denver defense. They're not fully fit because they've got a good defense.
It would maybe actually help Graham out a little bit if Jacobs was out this week because it would make a decision for him. But outside of that, you know, Rome looks like he's going to miss again, and he's already made the decision to put Dart in over Love. But that's an absolute no-brainer this week with the matchups that they've got. As for Sean, he's got. I mean, Mike Evans is about the only option I would say that he's got right now. You know, do you bring Mike Evans in his first week back? Do you play him over? I think I would over Pittman. What about you, Doug?
If Mike Evans starts, you've got to play him because they're at home. Atlanta's a decent enough day, but I just honestly I don't see the Colts. Again, it's touchdowns. How many touchdowns is Rivers going to throw? In Seattle? Nah, I'm playing Evans all day long.
What about you, Johnny? Evans or Pittman?
I'd probably play Evans or Mechie over Pittman. To be honest.
Yeah, I don't know that. I would maybe even play Mechie over him, but yeah,
well, it depends on the quarterback for the Jets.
Yeah, Mechie's
he does.
3 for 3 on.
Pittman doesn't get many targets, to be honest. He just usually gets a touchdown.
Yeah.
So,
like 3 for 3 on. We're 3 for 3 on. I'm playing Evans over Pittman, but here's the issue on this. Here's the issue on this. The Factory of Sadness is a Colts fan, so I think he'll be wanting to win it with Pittman in it. So he might just run with Pittman.
But if you've got the option. You could put Evans in and put him if he doesn't play, replace him with Pittman. Because Evans is playing tonight. So you can have the option set up to do that if he doesn't want to stay up and watch it.
Yeah, absolutely. You can do that. You can do that as well. Stop giving them ideas, Johnny. Stop
it. Well, you don't want to lose to Jordan Love, do you? So you want him knocked out.
Well, that would help. To be fair, keep giving them ideas, Johnny. So yeah, it's about this is a massive game, and you know the winner of this, well, the winner of every game this week's got a huge chance of going on and lifting the title. So
yeah, I want to.
It'll be interesting, and it's tight. 52 to 48%. That's the split. Exactly, Doug. Exactly. I don't want to play either of these in the semi-final, but here we go.
No, I want a Graham
that's
Craig semi-final. I'll enjoy it. I've got a busy week next week, but I'll enjoy the build up to that game.
Well, I've got a really busy week next week, and I don't need the stress of playing against Jordan Love in the semi-final after dropping him 2 weeks ago. So, if you don't mind, but that's and it will totally stress. I'm not being fun. I'm not being funny when I say I quit. If he beats me, I quit.
You'll be watching him in Chicago, not trying to cheer him on, but no cheering him on. It'll screw you right up.
And it's if I'm not mistaken, then that's going to be Christmas week, isn't it?
Just
So
before Christmas.
We're playing on the Saturday night. We're playing on Saturday night. We're playing on the 27th.
No, it's the week before.
It's the week before that.
Oh, is it the week before that? Is it?
Yeah. The finals is the
right,
27th.
So it's a final that we are playing the 20s and we are playing the Saturday night. Lovely. So yeah,
because the
massive game there.
Winning.
Well,
that's you need to be cheering them on. You need to keep winning, so you'll be conflicted. I love it.
Grotty's getting quite confident in the chat.
Better.
Grotty's the most confident person going. It's brilliant.
Well,
I
we'll
fancy
just go
him
look
to
at that one.
To be honest.
As he's now active, let's go and have a look at the bottom half of the draw, and we've got the Madhouse G-Men up against Varsity Blues. Changed My Life, and closer than I thought it would be. The projections: 55% to Johnny, 45% to Grotty. But
yeah, but all my players have got hard matchups. That doesn't really help, to be honest.
I see Michael Wilson's on the bench. Johnny, is that
I'm waiting. Well, the same as last week. I'll see if Harrison's playing. If Harrison's not playing, he'll be playing. But when Harrison played, he got 2 points the week before.
Yeah. I mean, it's one or the other.
Brissett focuses on the number one.
He doesn't
really go elsewhere. So
McConkey's battling a foot injury as well. So
I know. I may even have to play Hubbard.
Well,
I mean, Grotty's team's pretty much picking itself at the moment. With Drake London out and Laporta on IR. I mean, I get you could play Slayton against Washington, I guess.
Yeah, but who
But I don't think I could bring myself to play Slayton over Ibuka or Olave, and that's just because of the names, basically. You know,
or Warren.
With either of you?
No.
No.
Yeah, so I think Grotty's got the right team in there. Kobe Parkinson's a bit of a funky pick-up this week and play, but yeah, there you go. Yeah, your favourite Johnny, so we'll see how you get on next week. And then finally...
he keeps getting touchdowns. Parkinson, he keeps getting touchdowns to be fair to Grotty.
He does.
Finally, the last game we have, Tartan Bears, number 3 seed up against number 5 seed Eskimo, number 6 seed because 4's in ours. Number 6 seed Eskimo Brothers, Sean against Joe, and you know it's tight again, but 59% to Joe, 41% to Sean, and that's basically because Sean's relying on the one team too much. I mean, he's got Jacksonville times one. Well, he's only starting 2 of them, I guess. He'll be needing Devin Neal to play because you don't really want to be having to bring in DJ Moore or Brian Thomas and Thomas or Myers. It's a big call. He made the call to play Myers last week and it worked. But that doesn't mean it's going to work again this week.
But Thomas looked better last week than he did before he got injured.
He very much did. Couple of good catches and such, but yeah, I mean, I think Sean's chances live and die with Craig McBride for me. It's Houston. It's one of the best defenses in the NFL, and if McBride does nothing, I just don't see how Sean can overcome the strength of Joe's team without a good score from Craig McBride.
Nope.
Agreed.
So, gentlemen, we're not going to run through the toilet bowl because it's a toilet bowl. You don't get you'll get your scores read out next week, and that'll be about the size of it. That is very important. Though there is some big games going on. We have Bluetoon Bookie. What am I saying? Copenhagen Jets are up against Kirkwall Raiders. Then we've got and Baxter We Trust playing against Sacked in the Morning. Might be Sacked in the Morning if he loses it. Then we'll get Farts Flying Eagles up against Boys Are Back in Town. And finally, Levion in a Prayer goes up against Batman's Boobies. And yes, it's the consolations, but it's we always
You're still playing for your picks.
Win that first game, you got a top 4 pick, and that can make a big difference. It really can. I know Doug's no big on it being a difference, but it makes it can make a huge difference. It can be the difference between having a superstar and having a
I hear you. I'm trying to win it. Don't worry.
So, I know you're in it to win it. Don't you worry. But so we'll see how they go on next week. But more importantly, we'll see how the championship side goes, and if any of the outsiders can pull off a shock and get themselves through to the semi-final. Let's not forget that the number 8 seed has won this title more often than the number 1 seed has. I want to emphasise that as I head into the showdown for back-to-back.
Hot favourite, all in. Star-studded roster. I mean, come on. I know you're confident. I know it's draining from you a little bit, but I know you think you're in the box seat.
I know I am in the box seat, but being in the box seat means jack shit at this stage. Do you know what I mean? It really does. It's all about the day. It's all about how your players play on the day. If I have a week, if this week goes the way my last week went, I'm out. Are
you nervous?
Yes. Exceedingly.
That's good. It's amazing how not being in the playoffs, you just flat cam. The last 2 or 3 years I've been shitting like you are, but this year it's all good. Just
I calm can be.
I'd rather be in your spot. Don't get me wrong.
The suffering will be worth it if it's followed up with the title, But as it stands, it's
that's
not
what
there
I'm
yet.
like with the Niners.
I've actually got it. I've still not even got. Yes, exactly. I've still not even got the trophy yet. I've not got the trophy yet. And Sean keeps messaging me and saying, when do you want to get the trophy? And I keep saying, I'll pop over next week. And then I keep, something happens and I'm busy and it doesn't happen. So I've not actually went over and got
You've never had the trophy the whole year?
No, it's still sitting in Sean's. But it's completely on me. It's completely on me. I said I would pop over and get it, and I've just never got round to it.
Poor.
I will pop over and get it during the Christmas break, and I'll have it
before you lose it.
Well, there you go, exactly. So I'll go and get it over the Christmas week, and if you win it, you can, Sean, I guess. But no, it'll be
you've got to
my house for that.
Even if you've got to have it for the off season at least, Craig. Because come on. You won it. You've got to have your hands on it at some bloody point.
I'm taking my hands on it, don't you worry. And it'll be sitting in here. I will go and pick it up over Christmas, and it'll be sitting in here over Christmas. And then I will pass it on to whoever it may be that wins it. Or I'll keep it for another year.
Well, remember, I mean, if you could be passing it on before the turn of the year, obviously. So you're not going to have it for long.
That's fine. It's my name will be on it, and that's all that matters.
Oh, you'll have to do that yourself, don't you, Sean?
Johnny and I know that. You know that. You've all winners.
It's not going anywhere anyway. It's staying right put.
Oh,
it's
that's a good point.
It is for another year.
You have to do that after you have to present it to Doug.
As I was very noble, and I presented Doug's trophy to Doug when he won it.
Hated it, though.
However, it has not been. It's not been returned in kind. The return in kind has not been forthcoming. So I would expect Doug to present it.
It's my profile.
I would exactly. It's a shame you've not got the same bollocks to do the same. You're not big enough. You're not a big enough man to do the same. So
get the trophy, sort it out. I'll be there. I'll come and do your back-to-back presentation.
It'll certainly be in this house before Christmas,
I'll
and
tell you what we'll
I
do,
will hand it
Craig.
on then to whoever wins it.
Tell you what we'll do. We'll basically, I will hand over your back-to-back trophy to you the night of Super Bowl in San Francisco when we win a home Super Bowl, because that's all going to happen.
So, someone's getting. Do you hear the cockiness coming back out on him a little bit, Johnny, after the shit at the start of the season? Oh, injuries. It's all injuries.
It's coming home. It is coming home.
Excuse me, there's only one home for the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Thank you very much. It's not
Number
going
one
home, it would be going on loan if it was to
Number one
happen.
seeds.
But yes,
4 home matches from week 18. That's all it's going to take.
I was a little bit worried that you might do it. I've been a little bit worried that the 49ers might win the Super Bowl. You know, when you were in Vegas, I just thought that was going to be your year. You were going to get it. I really did. You
So
didn't.
did I.
I was very worried. It didn't happen. I am not worried about that this year in the slightest. I don't think there's any chance in this one or the next that you go on and win the Super Bowl this year. I'm sorry. I just don't. I think you'll have to go on the road in the playoffs and someone's going to beat you.
We might not have to go on the road.
Yeah, you'll have to go on the road. Come on.
It doesn't take much. It won't take that much for us to be number one seed.
It'll take a whole lot for you to be number one seed.
No, you just.
Where are you now? 4, 5, 6?
But it's we've got the conference record on everyone. So
yes.
We need you to tell you what needs to happen. You need to lose a match. That's possible with your schedule, right?
Yes.
We need the Rams to lose a match. They've got Detroit and Seattle, and we need to win out. And we can win out with our schedule. Seattle's the problem at home, but it's at home.
And what about the Eagles? The Eagles not. The Eagles can still get number one.
No. If we win out, we're ahead of the Eagles.
Oh yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. That's the equation, Craig. We've got Tennessee this weekend. We've got the Bears. We've got the Colts, and then we've got Seattle.
I'm glad you're feeling a lot more confident. I've got to say, because the look on your face weeks 1 and 2 when it was a very distinct possibility that the Green Bay Packers were going to rock into San Francisco and then take the trophy, the Vince Lombardi Trophy.
Oh, that's still on. You've had a rejuvenation.
Yeah, but you were panicking. Now you've got your Niners confidence back, and I like that. It makes it all the sweeter. I like that you've got your Niners confidence back.
We're on a collision course in the playoffs. I think we're coming to Lambeau, if I'm being honest. And we own
the happy 50 Douglas, but the happy 50 Douglas 49ers, Arsenal and St Johnstone treble still on then.
Actually, the trifecta is still on. The perfect 50th year is still on. Oof. Gets you very excited, so it does.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yes, before we get to all that, we have the small matter of the quarterfinals and Show Me the Money to get over with, and we've got obviously starting tonight. Anyone who's got Buccaneers, anyone who's got
Croaty's got 3 playing tonight. He's got Mayfield, Urban, and Ibuka.
Late night for Groty tonight, then, eh?
Oh, yeah. I'll be watching it. I've got Bucky in quite a lot of leagues anyway, so I'd like to watch him play.
I'd love to watch it, but I've got too much to do tomorrow, so not for me. But yes, we'll see how it all goes, and we will be back next week to report on the quarterfinals. And, well, unless I get absolutely pumped, in which case Doug and Johnny will be back next week to report on the quarterfinals.
No. You'll be
fine. There you go.
Semi-finals against Graham. What are your predictions? Sean's asking what our predictions are. Right,
Sean's one prediction.
Craig, Johnny, Graham, and probably Joe. Yeah, I'm going to go. Yeah, Joe.
You want to keep a note of it?
Oh, it's Joe. Yeah, it's Joe.
Yeah, it's Joe. Yeah, Tartan Bears. Johnny, what's your calls?
Craig, Sean, Tartan Bears, and I actually think Grote's going to win.
No, Johnny, no.
Shut up.
I think he's going to have good scores after tonight.
Well,
And you say points on the board.
I'm saying Graham will beat. I think Graham will beat Sean. I just think from the 1-5 start, and we were all hounding him, and everyone. I mean, he must have got about 10 offers, and he was and I'm not selling yet. I'm not selling yet. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. And we're on the golf course, and I'm laughing as we're walking up the field, and I'm laughing as he's saying it's not over yet. I'm not selling yet. It's not done. I'm going, it's over. Well, it's not, and he's there. And I think this is going to be his year. I think this is going to be his year. So I think he'll beat Sean. I think Johnny will beat Grote, although I think he'll be a lot closer than what we think it will be. But I do think Johnny will go over the line against Grote. I think that Joe will beat Sean. I just think Sean's too reliant on the Jags and the Bears. And I think I'll beat Chris. There's no, I can't say otherwise.
Why?
It would be fully
One
not.
quickie, Craig. Why did you not go after Jalen Wright?
Well, after who?
A-Chain, Jalen Wright, and then
Running back.
This week.
Did Graham do it?
Honestly,
Joe
I've been that bit.
Joe got him.
I've been that busy this week. My boss is off sick at the moment, and I'm getting loaded with absolutely everything. I barely got a chance to go in. I only done Gaziki because I done Gaziki as soon as I got out the car, because I was obviously listening to fantasy footballers on the way up. And they were talking about the tight ends. I thought, yeah, I better go and get a tight end, because it wasn't Gaziki they were talking about, it was Warren they were talking about specifically. I thought, yeah, I better go and get someone for Warren. So I went in and I just went in and got a tight end. Honestly, I never even seen him there, Doug, or I might have done. But to be honest with you, even if Wright's out, even if A-Chan would be out, I think between Wright and Gordon will eat each other up anyway. So I wouldn't be comfortable playing either one. So yeah, I would probably sell. I went with Bam Knight anyway.
Wright got a lot of touches last week.
He did.
He's a number 2 now.
I still think that Gordon will get his touches, and I still think that. But I mean, A-Chan said that he would have came back in if he was needed. It was, so he should be playing. It's he's not cracked a he's not broke ribs or anything like that. So he should be fine. He should be good to go.
Oh, he will play, but he might be injured himself.
He plays. I couldn't not start him if he plays. There's no way that I could not put him in with the games that he's been having of late.
And then you need him for the semi-final against Graham.
Well, we'll see what happens there. But certainly, if I had more time, Doug, I might have tried and pick him up. I'm not going to lie, but I didn't have proper time to look, so I'm running with what I've got, and that goes for all the other leagues as well. I think I picked up like 2 people out of agency this week, and it was just purely because I knew I needed someone in that league, so I went.
Well, lads, going into the playoffs, I like it.
As soon as we hang up here, I am off to run through the teams properly, because obviously I want to get it done before tonight.
Remember, you've only got about 10 weeks to go through, so don't worry about all the rest of them that you've missed out on.
Yeah, but he can still get promoted in Queen Hill, so he's got to go for it.
It's hard not to get promoted this year, so
by the way,
I'm sure you will.
You were unlucky not to get a bye, losing quite
Tell
close.
Me about it.
Well, yeah, there's an even sorer one in Division 1. You'll have to tune in on Sunday to see that.
Right. I've been on a right streak there as well. I was because I started really slow.
Yeah, you were on like a 6-game win streak or something.
Yeah, I've been an absolute heater, but
yeah, you were rolling through it.
Slowed me down, you know.
I've been keeping an eye on today. There's been no score corrections, but wait till you see the one from Division 1 in the West East. That is a sore one. But we'll see that one on Sunday. And well, that's it. I've got to watch Race Around the World.
Yeah. Just quickly before you go, Joy, I'm not being funny, but do you know what would really piss me off this season? And I'm being genuine. This would piss me off. See if he gets one of those helmets before I do. That would really annoy me. So, Johnny, make sure you beat him in the playoff because Aaron's already got one. Aaron's got one in front of me, and he locks it in front of me every time I'm in his house. He's like, every time I'm in his house, it's like front and center, right there on his right there. Honestly, and he locks it over me. If you get one of those helmets before I do, that would pretty much pee me off this year. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, sort that out, Johnny.
Tell you what, if you win a helmet, I'll send it to Craig. I'll have to give it to you in the show.
Yes, we'll see.
On Super Bowl night, when 49ers win a home Super Bowl.
He can give you the trophy, and you can go the other way.
Just we'll do swapsies and watch the 49ers win the Super Bowl.
Right. I get a
wonderful thought.
We'll be back next Thursday night.
Good night, everyone.
Even if I lose. Right. Right.
That was